If you drive through the wealthy streets of Bandung, Indonesia, you might stumble upon a house that looks like a literal nightmare. Standing tall on top of a massive white luxury mansion is a colossal, jet-black statue of a giant octopus. Its thick, dark tentacles wrap around the roof, covering the windows like a monster suffocating its prey. To the regular tourists, it is just a bizarre piece of art. But to the locals, this building is known as the Octopus House, a cursed mansion home to a dangerous, wealthy satanic cult. For decades, the house has remained shrouded in absolute mystery. There are no signs of life during the day. All the windows are permanently blacked out, and the main entrance is hidden behind a narrow, dark alleyway. Local rumors whisper that this house is a gateway to a dark realm used by elite, wealthy individuals to perform human sacrifices in exchange for unlimited power, wealth, and fame. In 2015, a curious university student named Kevin decided to investigate the mansion. He had no idea he was walking into a trap controlled by entities older than the city itself. Kevin was a young urban explorer who ran a small blog documenting abandoned and mysterious places. He spent weeks observing the Octopus House from a distance. He noticed that at exactly 3 a.m. on every Friday night, expensive black, luxury cars with tinted windows would quietly park near the hidden alleyway. Shadowy figures dressed in long, dark hooded robes would exit the vehicles and enter the mansion through a secret side door. Driven by reckless curiosity, Kevin decided to sneak inside. One rainy night, he found the secret side door slightly ajar. He slipped past the heavy iron gate, his heart pounding in his chest. The moment he stepped into the mansion, the air turned freezing cold, smelling heavily of copper, sulfur, and sweet jasmine incense. The interior was massive, decorated with disturbing occult symbols, dark paintings, and a giant altar in the center of the main hall. He pulled out his phone to record the scene, but the screen instantly glitched, the battery dropping from 100% to 0 in a split second. Suddenly, Kevin heard a low, synchronized chanting sound echoing from the basement beneath the altar. The voices didn't sound entirely human. They were raspy, deep, and speaking in a harsh, ancient language that made his ears bleed. Terrified, Kevin hid inside a large wooden cabinet in the corner of the hall. Through a small crack in the cabinet door, he watched in pure horror as 20 hooded figures emerged from the basement. In the center of the hall, the shadows began to twist and warp. A massive, 9-foot-tall entity slowly manifested from the darkness. It was a demonic skinwalker, a shadow creature with glowing red eyes that radiated a suffocating aura of pure evil. The hooded cult members fell to their knees, bowing to the monster. The entity raised a shadow claw, pointing it directly toward the cabinet where Kevin was hiding. The monster let out a silent, vibrating roar that shook the very foundations of the mansion. Kevin didn't wait to see what happened next. He burst out of the cabinet, dropped his ruined phone, and sprinted blindly toward the side door. He could hear the heavy, rapid scratching of claws chasing him through the dark corridors. He barely made it out alive, collapsing onto the wet pavement outside the alleyway just as the cult members reached the gate. He ran back to his apartment and never spoke of that night to anyone. But the curse of the Octopus House followed him. For 3 months, Kevin suffered from severe, unexplainable sickness. He claimed that whenever he closed his eyes, he could see the giant black tentacles wrapping around his bed and giant red eyes watching him from the dark. He passed away peacefully in his sleep shortly after, his face permanently twisted in absolute terror. The doctors claimed it was sudden heart failure, but his friends knew the cult had claimed his soul. Thank you for listening to this global horror file on Tradia Horror. If this true story of the cursed cult mansion kept you awake tonight, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment below. Stay safe, and remember, never look inside a house with a monster on the roof.